Hello everyone, welcome to this video of Slidescope. Do you want to master the skills that top companies demand and become a full stack MERN developer in 2025? Then let me guide you step by step on this exciting journey. The MERN, that is Mongo, Express, React and Node.js stack, is one of the most popular and powerful technology stacks for full stack web development. And here is a detailed roadmap for becoming a proficient MERN stack developer in 2025. So phase 1 starts with foundation and it will take 1 to 2 months. In this phase you will have three things to do. First is you have to learn the basics of web development. That means you have to learn HTML, that is the semantic tags, forms, tables, media elements and different type of other tags related to HTML. And you have to learn CSS, that is flexbox, grid, transitions, animations, responsive design, etc. So if you go to our channel Color Stack Training by Slidescope, and here you just search for HTML, you will find tutorials, complete HTML coding for full stack web development. And similarly for CSS also you will find a dedicated playlist that is created for web designing for beginners, and it will help you in learning full stack development, CSS or designing. So I will provide link to the playlists and the video there. From there you can start learning basics of HTML and CSS. And if you already have knowledge about that, you can start learning JavaScript, which is very important thing. Okay. So in JavaScript, first you have to start learning what are variables, data types, loops, and conditions. If you have knowledge of any other programming language like C, C++, PHP, C Sharp, any other programming languages, then you will understand that variables, data types, loops, and conditions are common in almost all of them. So if you will learn this, this will also help you in learning other programming language also. But once you have hold of these simple topics, then you can start learning DOM manipulation and events. You can learn ES6 plus features, that is let, const, arrow functions, promises, async await, and destructuring or models. After learning the basics of HTML, CSS, JavaScript, you can create static websites with them. Design very simple websites, static website with 4 or 5 pages, link them together, and just see how your website is looking. After learning that, you have to learn version control and collaboration. So on Git and GitHub are something that you have to learn for version control and collaboration. Here you have to learn Git basics, that is init, add, commit, push, pull, branches, and similar type of commands and operations for Git. So how to install Git and how to do this is what you have to learn. Then you have to learn basics of GitHub also, that is repositories, pull request, and collaboration. Then in the foundation itself, just start with basics of Node.js. Just understand JavaScript runtime and asynchronous programming and learn how to create a simple server with Node.js. Here is an IDE, this is called VS Code. So you should install VS Code or any other similar IDE that can help you in creating your simple JavaScript programs. On our channel itself, you will find how to install Node.js in computer, getting started, installation, first application, everything you can learn here. Okay. So this is something that you will learn in your basics foundation. And after learning your basics, you will start learning backend development. So Node.js is used for backend development mainly. And after learning the basics, how to run very simple programs, how to create your server, you should learn core modules like file, FS, file system, path, HTTP, events, and streams. Again, related to Node.js, you will find these modules like URL module, and all the built-in modules like HTTP, file system, path, OS, and event modules. You can learn NPM, that is Node Package Manager, for dependency management as well. Once you have created simple Node.js files and you have learned these modules, you know how to create these modules, use them, what is their use, then you can move ahead and you can start learning Express.js. Here you can learn how to create routes and middleware, how to work with query parameters and body data. You will need to understand templating engines like EJS also. This is optional but very good when you are just beginning things. After learning Node.js, Express.js for APIs, you will also learn databases with MongoDB. So you have to learn basics of NoSQL and MongoDB. Then you have to learn the CRUD operations, that is create, read, update, and delete, and use Mongoose for schema creation and database interaction. You will also need to learn authentication and security. For this, you have to learn implementing JWT, that is JSON Web Tokens and sessions. You have to learn basic security measures like Helmet.js, CORS, and bcrypt for hashing passwords. So once you have knowledge of these backend technologies, you can start your front-end development part, where you will first start with React.js. Obviously, HTML and CSS are the backbone, but with React.js, you have to understand the core concepts, components, props, state, lifecycle methods. You have to understand functional components and hooks, that is use state, use effect, use context, and router, that is React router for navigation. Again, if you will simply type React, you will find a playlist which will help you in understanding React.js tutorial for beginners, creating your first React application, props, etc. Everything you can find and learn here. I'll provide link to these playlists so that at least you can get started. When you will finish these things, you can bookmark this video, and you can, so that you can simply go there and learn there, or you can use any resource on the web, but you just have to follow these simple steps. Once you have knowledge of router, functional components, and core concepts, you should move to styling. Obviously, you have learned basic CSS, but here you have to learn CSS frameworks like Bootstrap, Material UI, or Tailwind. All of these CSS frameworks are very good, and they will help you in designing your applications quickly, more efficiently, and they will look great. And you can start with Bootstrap. Just learn the basics of Bootstrap or Tailwind CSS. And again, related to React and Bootstrap, if you will simply search Bootstrap, so you will find some videos here which will help you in getting started. So installing Bootstrap in React.js app with Bootstrap CSS, creating header for full stack web development. And you can explore CSS in JS solution like styled components. After this, you have to learn state management, that is context API, and for more advanced state management, Redux or Justan. Then you have to learn API integration with your project, that is fetch APIs using XUS or fetch, and handle loading state and errors. In phase 4, you will now do full stack integration. So in first three parts, you learned basics of HTML and web development, backend development, front-end development. Then in phase 4, you will do the full stack integration. You will use MERN stack to build projects, where MongoDB is used for database, Express.js servers serves as APIs or serves APIs, React.js handles the front end, and Node.js acts as the server. Then you have to learn deployment. You know, for front end like Vercel or Netlify, or for back end Render, Railway, or AWS, and for database MongoDB Atlas. So you will use them to host applications that you have created. If you want to learn more advanced concepts, then you have to do real-time applications using Socket IO, server-side rendering, that is SSR with Next.js. And as an alternative to REST APIs, you can try GraphQL. In phase 5, you have to learn the advanced skills, and that is something that should not stop. It will be ongoing because as the technology changes, you have to adopt accordingly. So there are some advanced topics like you need to Dockerize your applications, you need to learn microservices architecture, and you need to learn how to add CI/CD pipelines, that is GitHub Actions, Jenkins. Then you need to learn performance optimization, that is backend database indexing, caching with Redis. For front end, you have to learn things like lazy loading, React memo, and dynamic imports, load balancing. You should learn how to do performance optimization. Let's say there are millions of users that have logged in at the same time. Then how will you balance them? How will you manage and maintain the performance of your application? Something like that. Then you have to do testing, like you have to use for front end Jest React testing library, and for back end you have to learn Mocha, Chai, Supertest. And then you have to create a portfolio. Some project ideas will be you can create a simple blogging platform where you will create a CMS in backend from where an administrator can add post, can add categories to post, and can publish posts, set their status to draft, and those posts will be visible on the front end. Or you can create an e-commerce application, a complete shopping website where an administrator can add projects from back office, manage products, manage orders, create coupons, and front end users can add the products to cart, order them, check out. You can also try to create a social media dashboard, a real-time chat application. These are some project ideas. Obviously, something there is something else if you want to take, you can take. And obviously, there are these documentation tools and resources that I have mentioned in the article. So most of the things you will find on our channel itself. And we also have Udemy courses for same. If you want, we will provide the links. If you want to learn in an instructor-led class, one-on-one class, online instructor-led class where you want to learn full stack web development. So you can learn full stack web development at Slidescope also. We have teachers with more than 15 years of experience who have worked for multinational companies, and they will teach you from their experience, from their knowledge, what they have learned throughout the years. If you still want to learn from yourself, obviously there are a lot of resources available on web. And if you have any doubts related to full stack web development, you can leave your doubt as a comment in the comment section below. We will try to answer your queries. And if you like this video, you can subscribe to our channel and you will get more video notifications related to full stack development, data analysis, machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing, etc. on our channel. Thanks for watching the video. Have a nice day.